BatchInEditor and BatchInDatabase, both the same interfaces. In BatchInEditor, we have about 50 built-in commands addressing attributes to blocks, images, layer layouts, and plotting, plot layout and plot model. And user can add their own custom list files and script files, and we have addressing a lot of Excel-related commands as well. So the main difference between BatchInEditor and BatchInDatabases is, in editor, the AutoCAD files are being opened and processed. So you can see the drawings are being opened during the BatchInEditor process. Whereas in BatchInDatabase, the files are being edited in the database level. So you will not see the drawings are being opened on the screen. It's open in the memory and it's processing. So the process will be much faster compared to the BatchInEditor. So there are some limitations in the BatchInDatabase. Since there is no editors available, user custom list files and script files cannot be added. Let us see the batch process in actions. So I'm going to add some files. You can add individual file using this command, or you can add the complete folder, or you can add the main folder and its subfolder as well. The same commands can be accessed through right-click menus, and even you can add from Explorer as well. You can just drag and drop the files. Let's go and add the files here. You can individually select the files, or even you can press the Control key and individually select the files. I'm selecting all the files here. Then let's add from the Explorer some files. I'm going to drag and drop the 3 more files. So we have total about 10 files are there. The one thing you can note here is the version number. You can see here, once you are adding the files in BatchInEditor and BatchInDatabase as well, quickly you can come to know what the last version of the file is. So this is very helpful to find out what's the version of the current AutoCAD file is. Here you can drag and drop the files. You can select if you want to give this priority to files. You can just press and leave this here. So you can move these files, and even you can sort the file based on the versions. Now this is in ascending order. So start with 2012, 2010. And press again, it gives the Z order, that means descending order. The same thing you can do individual headers by path, by file names, all the things can be done. Plus, it basically adds as a default all layouts. If you want to run and select the commands and individual files, you can double click the files and it will show all the layout available. You can select that particular layout only you want to process and apply, then it will be added to that layout here. The beauty of BatchInEditor and BatchInDatabase are you can add multiple commands to individual files and processed. For example, if you take the batch processor, built-in batch processor AutoCAD for printing, that is publisher, you can at one time you can do only one type of printing, whether you can do PDF or DWF or any hardcover printing. But in BatchInEditor, we can do multiple file format printing using multiple page setup at the same times. Or can we produce A3, PDF and DWF at the same times? if you assign the three types of the file print format on one drawing with all layout options, so every layout it jumps on and finishes all the printing assigned to that particular layout, then it goes to the next one. This saves a lot of regeneration process. Let us see the batch operation in BatchInEditor. I'm adding all the files. xref bind. In xref bind functions, there are two methods are available. You are already familiar with those two bind methods. One is bind method, another is insert methods. So the bind methods, as you are aware of, it will bind the drawing and the binded dependency object like layers, line types, text styles, dimension styles, all will have the prefix of that particular xref name plus the dollar signs. But in the insert methods, it will be only the layer name and line type and dimension style name will be there. It will strip out all these prefixes. So let's go ahead with the bind method. So now applying these commands. So the command is added in the command selector for batch. Then I want to check just after the bind process whether my bind is successful or not. So I'm adding the status, xref status, so it will tell me whether the binding is succeeded or not. So I'm adding the xref status, another command. Once the bind and xref status are over, then I want to add the purge command as well. So purge all. Alright. Now these three commands I'm going to add to this all those files. So just pressing Ctrl A, then I'm selecting all the files here. I'm going to click on add command to file. So the commands will be added here. Or you can right click, the same command is available in the right click add command to file. So you can see the commands are added. Now if you want to remove some commands, suppose if you want to remove the xref status, you don't want all those things or selected files, you can select. I'm pressing Ctrl, then I have selected these two files, and thus I want to remove only the number 2 commands, that is xref status. I don't want xref status. Select that particular commands you want to remove from this, then you can click on this remove command from file, or the same command can be accessed from right click remove commands from the files. So you can see that particular files will have number 1 and 3, that is xref bind and purge all only. If you want to add this, you can select the files first, then double click on the commands, it will be added. I have now 132, that whereas it has 123. It doesn't matter the command, the way it is added to the files, the commands are processed as per the list here. So the commands also the priority you can give which one first runs. So the purge all, if you select the purge all cursor, if you move and leave it there, the purge all will be processed first, even so the command number is 3. So let it be as a last command here. Okay, alright. So I have added all those commands. Then once it's done, then I have to go for how you want to save these files. So the save status is here. Whether I want to save the drawing, so the files being opened from this locations, it will bind. So I'm opening from the final drawing, so I don't want. So I can save in different folder, or I can save with a prefix. Prefix, you can set it, the whatever prefix you want. Those things are available in the settings tab. I will later come and cover those things. File name prefix for save in same folder with prefix options. So I have added BIE BatchInEditor dash, then the command, the file name will be there. You can name it whatever you want to have as a prefix. Right. So I'm going to save those things with a different folder. So I'm going to save computer P drive, that will be the bound drawings by IndiWG fine. Right. So I'm saving this folder. Even I can set the version number, which versions you want to save. You can see these files are now in 2007 format. I can save in 2010. Then you can even set the units as well. Unitless inches, feet, millimeter, centimeter, meters, all these units are available. I'm not going to change those things. I leave it as it is, its original status. Then here again you can set those timeout in second per drawing. This one, it monitors the drawing conditions and the AutoCAD condition as well. If any drawing during batch process, it stays more than in the configured time here, we have set about 600 seconds, that means 10 minutes. If any drawing being processed more than 10 minutes, considered it's a corrupt. So AutoCAD will be closed and batch database will be closed, and automatically will restart AutoCAD and will continue with the next file and with the status is failed. So the automation is there. Then plus we have another settings here, that is maximum files per sessions. So sometimes if you have heavy files, let's say 400, 500 files are there, so you can set this maximum file per sessions. I have set 100. You can set whatever the value you wanted. So at end of the 100th files, it's going to shut down my BatchInEditor and AutoCAD, and it will restart the batch process from 101st files, opening, relaunching AutoCAD again, so clearing all this memory. So the batch processor will be running faster. Okay. Let's run this batch process. Even I strongly recommend any of the batch process. You can test run on the first file, so the test run will process only the first files and let you know the status. If everything is fine, then you can go ahead with the run batch process. Okay, let's proceed with the run batch. So you have chosen, so it's giving again also the information. Still you want to continue, you have chosen the save in different folder options, where the drawing will be saved to P drive bound DWG. Fine, let's go ahead. So you can see now the files are being opened. So we have 6 files. The count is going on. You can see the log now. We have now 2 more files. Last one, command track process exref bind. So you can see now the commands are processed, all the drawings are over now. Now we have the log. You can increase and see there's commands here, the log here. So from the first drawing, the command process is exref bind is completed. Then it's running the next command exref status, no exref bind, which is the bind is successful. Then it's purging and saving 2010 versions. That's what we have set it. Right. Let's go to the folder and see whether we have that files now. We saved in bound DWG files. Yes, we have here. We have some additional file as well. Now, so the files we save. Okay, these are the files now. We have one drawings. Open. Let's go to xref now. No xref. Let's go in the layers now. Yes, you can see now on the layers we have xref name as a prefix. Then we have the $, $0 and the layer name. Title block. Yeah, that's what it makes when you use the bind method. Okay, let us the same commands with the insert options. So I'm closing these files. This time only I want to change xref bind. Let's remove these files now. I'm going to delete this command xref bind because I have used a bind method, as I want to now try with the insert methods. Alright, so I'm going to delete this command here. So you can notice now if I remove this command number 1, so the command is automatically removed from these files as well. So I'm removing this command. You can see now that command has been removed. Let's go here, add again xref bind. This time I want to go with insert method. Apply. Okay, so it's running as the third command, so I want to make it as the first command here. Okay, so the command is not added, you can see now. So I'm going to select those files. Command has been added. Fine. So now let's go to this folder. This one, WG bound. I want to clean up all the drawing. Fine. It's clean now. Right. Okay, I'm going to rerun this process. Once it's rerun, you can see the status or done is there. So you want to rerun those things, or if you have selected files, you want to rerun, you can select those files and press the reset. So I have reset, so the status are empty now. I'm going to rerun this batch process. Again, all the files in the 2010 format will be saved and bounded WG folder. Fine. Now it's processing those files. Now this time the files are saved with insert method, so there will be no $ and xref name will be prefixed in the layers and line types, dimension styles and text styles. Let's wait. One more to go. Done. Okay, let's minimize. Let's go to the directory. So now you can see all those files are there. Let's open another files. If you go to the layer, you can see now there is no xref prefix here. Bind is successful.